I think that humans thrive in struggle. Not so much struggle where it's too hard or too easy, but there's like a little bit of a balance in between where it keeps us in survival mode. I don't know if it has to do with our reptile brain, because we have goals and things like that. But once you achieve that goal, and once you get to the finish line, whether it's a book or whatever, or even like if you're a supreme athlete winning a championship, or even getting to that type of a platform, like I would be happy just having college athlete under my belt. You know, I'm happy. I made a video that had 400,000 views. Not a lot of people can say that. But it's like, once you reach that pinnacle, and then you can only relish in that. You can only relish in that for a little while, and then you get bored, and then you want to do something else. It seems like it's more about the journey for us. That's what it seems like. Life's more about the journey than the actual finish line. I remember like when I was dating, the like the actual act, the end result of, you know, the sexual act. I mean, that was cool and all that, but it was more interesting to me, the thrill of uncertainty, if you're gonna go that far, if or even getting a girl onto a date. The thrill of the hunt, that was more intriguing to me. It's weird, I know it sounds really weird. Like, oh my god, like, dude, I guess I'm just weird or something like that. But it was more about the prospect of that happening, and it might or might not. Um, and then it did, and then it's just like, okay, now what? That's why these guys that say, like, you know, they have tons of women that they're with, right? Um, and I don't know, because I was there. You get bored. You get bored with that. I'm not gonna brag, but like, if you've watched any of my other videos, I've said some of my nosh count a little bit, but man, I've been out on, like, I've dated probably like 1,000 women, and some of them only lasted 15 minutes, right? And I'm not trying to brag. And they're not all tens. They're not all tens. I usually dated at my level or down, like, a little bit. So they're probably like fives, 5.5, sixes, because I ain't shit. You know what I mean? Um, but to have like 6 girls texting you at once, trying to juggle that, you have to like weed them out. And that gets boring. Even if like you're chasing, you're hunting, it's just like, that's cool for a little while. It's fun, yeah, the thrill of the chase. But that gets stagnant, and then you're just like, okay, what now? You know, you have all this success. Um, I need to do something different, and then you go back to it, and then it's interesting again. But it's like once you achieved a certain, I don't know, when something feels stagnant, you need to change it up. It's not interesting anymore. I think that's just how we're wired. We need to keep things interesting and funny. And I was watching this show called Alone, and these guys, when they first went out there, right, they would be concerned about food, shelter, water, like clean water. They would be completely alone, and fire, and there won't be anyone around them for like 10 miles. Okay, once these guys achieved sustainability, you know, they got themselves a shelter, they got themselves like a food source, water source. Once that's all set, once your basic human needs to survive are set, and you ain't got no one around, what do you do with your time? What do you do for entertainment? So a lot of what these guys would do is, well, some of them would move, or they would just like tinker with their shelter. They might build a new shelter. They might even think about trying to build, like I seen this guy build a canoe. You know, just like trying to build something, trying to make something. Because you can't just sit there. Like there's no just, I'm going to sit on the beach. If I win the lottery, I'm gonna sit on the beach in the Caribbean and sip martinis all day. Yeah, that might be cool for like a day or two. It'll get old real quick. You're just gonna be looking at water. If you're by yourself, that will get pretty boring pretty quick. That's why we need humans. Humans make things interesting or entertaining. That's why relationships are highly important. However, and I think that we're going to more of a polygamous type of whatever set, where you might have the alpha dudes having a harem full of women, and then the women have a harem full of betas. I don't know if I can use that word. They have a harem full of betas, you know, either providing something, taking care of the offspring, but or providing financials, but that's not sustainable. Well, the betas eventually get jealous. In the wild, once a male cub in the lion den. Now this is just animals, but we're kind of similar. Like, animals aren't dumb. They're really not. You should check them out. Some of them can strategize. Lions kick out the male cubs when they get to be old enough to be able to survive on them. They'll kick them out of the pride, and they'll keep all the women, because that will become a threat to the man in that tribe. Monkeys will do the same. Well, monkeys, I don't know, which chimpanzees or whatever. Like, you have the alpha. Well, the beta chimps, they'll gang up on alpha, kill them, and then they'll kill all the kids, and then take the women. Like, You don't see some similarities? Like, animals are highly intelligent. I'm telling you, they're highly intelligent. I've seen this one video of this dog. He was like, he went up to the owner. He's acting like, he was like kind of like rubbing, like he was snuggling, like all weird. Like, and then he acted like he fell. And then he went and took a bite out of the cake as he fell. Like, strategic bite. I'm telling you, man, they're not as dumb as you think.